Excuse me, the lady. Excuse me, you come forward. Yes, come. No, come forward. First of all, why are you in this court in shorts?
I'm sorry, I was just, I don't know, I've never really been in court.
All right, second of all, turn your phone over to the deputy. Do not close it. Deputy Laura, if you'll delete whatever photo she took, please.
This is just...
All right, buckle up, because this courtroom scene kicks off like a wildfire. No slow build, no pleasantries, just instant chaos. Silence is shattered the moment the judge locks eyes with a woman in the gallery. "Excuse me, ma'am. Step forward." Boom. She's wearing shorts. That's all it takes. The judge isn't having it. No warnings, no second chances. Suddenly, phones are being seized, deputies swarm, and before anyone can blink, someone gets cuffed for snapping a photo. Yeah, it's that kind of courtroom. Tension's redlining, decorum's gone, and it's clear. We're not watching some sleepy legal proceeding. This is fire, personal, unfiltered, and it's only just beginning.
All right, who are you taking photos of?
Oh, I was just letting my daughter know my son was okay and they...
No, my question is, who are you taking photos of? All right, so Deputy Laura, if you put her in cuffs, since you want to be next to her son and put her in the box.
I apologize, ma'am. I
appreciate your apology.
I didn't know.
All right.
Put your phone picture up back.
And who is Rick in the box?
He's with Charles Monk.
All right. Well, I'm sure Charles Monk will come back and take care of you, but for now, you're going to be in the box. Did you understand in count 2, you're charged with felon in possession?
The woman who dared to take that photo? Cuffed right there, no debate, no delay, straight into custody. The judge is running a zero-tolerance show, and today it's all business. Then comes Rick, called out for his ties to a man named Charles. That connection? Deep enough to warrant immediate scrutiny. The judge isn't here for backstories or soft explanations. This isn't elementary school. This is legal combat. Every glance, every word, every move is dissected. What's happening? Isn't a scene from a streaming drama. It's real, raw courtroom intensity where every misstep can turn into a legal landmine.
Degree felony, range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge. Prior to that, I do have a letter that's been penned by my client's mother, Miss Dora Jimenez. She's joining us on Zoom, I believe, or not on Zoom, but she's watching on YouTube. She was not able to testify this morning as she had some childcare issues with her nieces that she was responsible for caring to today. I also have 14 attendance meetings for Narcotics Anonymous.
Now let's turn the heat up. The man at the center of it all, a repeat felon, has just been caught with a firearm. That's a third-degree felony. Translation? He's staring down 2 to 10 years and a potential $10,000 fine. This isn't some slap-on-the-wrist offense, it's a life-altering blow. He stands silent, weighed down by a rap sheet that gives the court little room for mercy. The defense tries to soften the blow, pulling out a heartfelt letter from his mother, hoping for an emotional lifeline. But let's be honest, a mother's letter, especially when she's not even in court but watching online, isn't a get-out-of-jail-free card. The stakes are high, and this courtroom, it's cold, it's sharp, and it doesn't blink.
Use of narcotics.
State, any objections to the court reviewing the letters and the NA meeting submitted by defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Court has reviewed the documents that you've submitted to court. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, just he is accepting responsibility. He is remorseful. He's made attempts to show he's part of the solution and not the problem here. By acknowledging responsibility in this matter, we're asking the court to consider the facts of this case, the circumstances, his entire cooperation with law enforcement throughout that investigation, and to show some leniency considering those facts and circumstances.
The defense isn't done yet. They roll out documents from Narcotics Anonymous meetings, trying to thread together a narrative of redemption. And yeah, it shows effort. But in this courtroom, good intentions are background noise if your actions still scream danger. The judge asks for objections. The state says nothing, but that silence cuts deep. Every document is met with a critical stare. The story being spun is fragile, barely hanging on. And here's the harsh truth. Redemption isn't awarded for showing up. It's earned through real, lasting change. This judge, she's heard every excuse, seen every angle, and if you're faking it, she'll smell it before you speak.
State, is there anything you wish to say with regards to sentencing?
The only thing that I wish to say is that while I do not doubt the sincerity of the author of the letter in support of Mr. Gomez, I am somewhat skeptical of its accuracy in terms of its judgment of his character. That's all, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. State, you may be excused. All right, is there anything you wish to say, sir?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Nick Gomez, Jr.
All right, what do you wish to say?
Well, I just really wanted to say this is the first time I had.
Now, the spotlight hits him. He rises, shaky hands, cracking voice, and starts talking about his past, about regret, about wanting to do better. It's the classic final plea. But the judge's expression doesn't flinch. This isn't confession. It's sentencing. Every pair of eyes in the room locks in on him, weighing every syllable. One wrong word could unravel whatever hope remains. Because this moment, it's not about emotion. It's about truth, responsibility, and whether his transformation is real or just a performance for the bench.
What I had to do, I got me a job. It was my first time getting an actual real job. I'm an excavator operator. I would work underground utilities. It was the first time I ever did an income tax check. It was my first time not going back into the crime of what I used to do or things that I used to do. It was the first time I was trying to be a father, a good, productive citizen. They led up to this point. I've made a lot of wrong choices in my life, but these two choices I made, I felt they were good. It's just I feel like my past has caught up to me, and just how they said in my character, I get judged on my character a lot. You know?
All right, so I'm reading, I read the steps. I always read everything. And even though I know the count was waived, it's a part of your stipulations, and there's meth involved.
What happens next is raw. No suits talking for him, no scripted legalese. Just a man, stripped down to his truth, pleading for a second chance. He talks about swapping the street hustle for hard work, grease-stained hands instead of blood-stained, pasts. He's not claiming perfection, just progress. But even as he stands there, voice trembling with vulnerability, his record casts a long, dark shadow. And the courtroom isn't just listening, they're reading between the lines. Is this real growth or regret born from getting caught? The line between the two is razor thin, and right now he's walking it barefoot.
Back on track and doing the right thing when you have family to take care of and you have meth in your vehicle.
Yes, well, the gun and the meth, well, to that day, I had just got promoted at work. And in that promotion, while I was getting dressed, I moved my son's backpack. Well, those are two
Wait, I'm
items.
sorry, you moved what?
My son's backpack.
All right,
Those
so you're
two
saying,
items I find inside. So as I take it, I'm thinking, all right, well, being a dad, I got to tend to this. I need to get this, but I also have a job promotion with all my foremans. So as I go, I pulled over to get sick. I had been working all that whole week. When working that whole week, long hours, I pulled over and went to sleep for a little.
Then come the excuses. He claims the meth wasn't his. The gun? A mistake. The backpack? Just bad timing. But in this room, those stories hit a brick wall of hard evidence. The judge isn't swayed by misfortune when the facts are holding hands. With danger, you can see him unraveling, trying to explain how everything slipped through his fingers. He brings up a promotion, a job, even a kid, hoping these pieces will build a picture of change. But meth in a school bag and a gun in his possession scream risk, not redemption. This court isn't here to offer sympathy. It's here to hand down consequences. And he just stepped into the storm with nothing but shaky justifications.
Couldn't just stop what I was doing right then and then to tend to that right then and then. I had to do the job promotion.
All right. And so you're saying,
I'm not trying to place the blame on anybody
I
at all.
understand. So you're saying you just grabbed the backpack and put it in the vehicle?
No, once I found it, I just took it.
So did you take the backpack or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. All right. We can go off the record. I want you to know that I strongly considered your mother's letter, but when you look at your criminal history, it's not good at all. You've been to prison 2 times before. So in actuality, your minimum really is 25. So for you to have received 10 years, you'll still have time to get your life together and get it back on track. But you're not allowed to have any weapons. You're a convicted felon. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And just like that, bang. The gavel falls. 10 years. The room falls dead silent. You can almost hear hearts sink into the floor. The judge delivers the sentence with the kind of calm that hits harder than anger. Sure, he's getting credit for time served, but make no mistake, this isn't mercy. She read the mother's letter, felt the emotion, but the record, it roared louder. 2 previous prison terms and now a 3rd strike. The outcome was always barreling toward him like a train, and he never jumped the tracks. The judge even says she could have given him 25. Instead, she gave him 10. Not out of compassion, but out of fairness. Because in her courtroom, justice isn't soft, it's steel. And today, it landed.